Hello, my name is Ms.Popova. I'm from Russian Federation. I'm a victim of torture, of a cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment. Um, it is Moscow Housing Ecology Committee, and I'm a human rights defender from Lipetsk, and a specialist in human experimentation with the use of the full range of emitting decrypted energy weapons and neuroscience of illegal data collection for researches of occult mystical phenomena. Um, Accountability for torture and our cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. Sound duo Sir Melzer for thematic report of on torture, GA 76. Challenges to accountability. The current worldwide accountability gap for torture and ill treatment is enormous. There are no laws enacted for torture and other cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment, neither in the United Nations, in Europe, nor in Russian legislation. In the field of human experimentation and tortures caused by the use of the full range of emitting directed energy weapons, cybernetic technology, and electronic devices. Some legal steps were taken. The Parliament of the European Union adopted Resolution A40005 1999, paragraph 27. The resolution calls for the adoption of an international convention introducing a global ban on all development and deployment of weapons that may involve any form of control and impact on people, non-lethal weapons. The USA government has banned directed energy weapons, electromagnetic weapons, and acoustic weapons, mind control using these weapons in the following states: United States, Michigan, Bill 4513, year 2003. Creation of an inventory of harmful electronic and electromagnetic devices and programs. USA, Massachusetts. Chapter 170, Statutes 2004, Possession of Electronic Weapons. USA, Maine. Chapter 264, HB 86 HLD 1271, 2005, an act regarding criminal use of an electronic weapon. USA, Missouri, Bill 550 to ban the use of radio frequency weapons and deportation of the population, presented by Jim Gast. In 2002, the United Nations Institute for Disarmament Research officially listed electromagnetic radiation weapons on the disarmament list. First, I propose an accountability coalition web space, a place where attendees can view and share information and electronic documents generated at the conferences. Second, an independent commission must investigate the matter further. I suggest launching national media campaigns and planning cooperation with European human rights groups and local grassroots organizations. Accountability must be provided by worldwide human rights organizations, which were established to investigate human experimentation caused by the use of the full range of emitting directed energy weapons, cybernetic technology, and electronic harassment. A comprehensive plan for tracking care relationships and intervention is required to achieve accountability. A tactical mapping exercise can help human rights organizations immensely, but it will be most effective if maps and strategies are regularly updated and shared with all organizations involved in the local accountability movement. Further, participants interested in accountability should collaborate to identify key campaigns and programmatic initiatives to be locally implemented. Questions of international obligations, jurisdiction, citizenship, and national security present unique legal and political obstacles to establishing formal commissions of inquiry designed to accommodate the characteristic of the human experimentation and tortures caused by the use of a full range of immediate damage weapons, cybernetic technology, and electronic devices. According to aforementioned, there is no accountability for torture and other cruel, inhuman, or degraded treatment or punishment, neither in the international law nor in Russian legislation in the field of tortures and human experimentation made caused with the use of the full range of emitting damage weapons, cybernetic technology, and electronic devices. Russian legislation has no laws enacted in the field of tortures and human experimentation caused by the use of the full range of emitting energy weapons, cybernetic technology, and electronic harassment, for which it is criticized by victims of torture and must be criticized by the United Nations Human Rights. But the United Nations human rights must also confront its own complicity. Members must recognize that the repeated refusals to address tortures with the use of directed energy weapons and abuses by states. Function of accountability ought to be preventive, and forms of accountability ought to be legal, social, political, on collective, institutional, and state levels. Rights of victims. The victims of human experimentation and torture seek recognition of the crimes committed against them. Recognizing victims' rights as human rights means recognizing victims as persons before the law. Victims of human experimentation and torture caused with the use of the full range of immediate energy weapons, cybernetic technology, and electronic harassment lack recognition because there is no specific legislation. The victims are more probably than not were tortured during years and still subjected to tortures and inhuman treatment. There is no legislation, and victims are subjected to unspeakable and grave injustices at the hands of the governments and pseudoscientists who work on human experimentation. International legislation has no medical examination for victims of human experimentation and torture caused with the use of the full range of immediate energy weapons, cybernetic technology, and electronic harassment. There are no forensic investigators specialized on damages caused by immediate energy weapons. Participants of worldwide and national conferences on directed energy weapons and human experimentation reflected on the lack of international legal framework which outlines the rights of torture victims and the corresponding obligations of state. Within procedural and substantive laws on torture, with the use of the full range of directed energy weapons, uh, crimes ought to be completely disclosed. The law ought to be applied correctly. Responsible must be uh, sentenced and punished, also exposed. Um, Victims must be protected against repeat victimization and enabled to participate in criminal proceedings. I propose appointing a special counsel on torture and human experimentation uh, caused with the use of the full range of immediate energy weapons. Innocent people ought to be free from admission of prosecution and punishment. This recognition must join uh, with states' actions to remove those who sanctioned and promoted torture and human experimentation with the use of the full range of directed energy weapons. Victim ought to have a right to obtain the compensation in accordance with the international law and Russian legislation in connection with the harm caused to him by crime. Incapacity for work due to tortures with the full range of direct energy weapons is a grave injustice, and victims remain in difficult financial situation. Touches with the use of the full range of directed energy weapons results in heavy material damage. So, an accountability for torture must be exposed uh, material damage of victims. Serious crimes of concern to the international community, including torture, provide the alternative avenue under which a state or international organization may claim criminal jurisdiction over an accused individual or criminal organization, regardless of the territory where the crime took place, the nationality of the perpetrator, or the nationality of the victim. Recognizing, apologizing to, and compensating victims will begin to heal the wounds our governments have inflicted to victims of torture and human experimentation, and help rebuild states' credibility as a defender of human rights. My recommendations: comprehensive plan for cracking care relationship and intervention is required to achieve accountability. Thank you very much. Also, in my message, I have sent an important document written by Silver Shilov. Just 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute. I will. So, I attached a convention on prohibition of emitting directed energy weapons, cybernetic technology, and electronic devices, written by Sergei Yakovlevich Voroshilov, senior lecturer at the Department of Artificial Intelligence System, Institute of Space and Information Technologies by Siberian Federal University. Thank you very much.